Latin talk session on the topic 5.2, regional empowerment. I am Alexander Poplavsky. I am convener of this session. Please, you're welcome to present your posters. Thank you.
Hello all. It seems that there was a problem with my slide, but I will present you my idea. Okay, so now I have to tell you that the name is I don't remember the exact name, but it's strengthening the LACT region, the LACT network, because we have some challenges to face as a region. And also, sometimes we can share different opinions in all senses. For example, with the IDC, with the stations, problems we face with the communication, with the embassies, and everything. So we are developing in our institution, which is the Nuclear Energy Commission, a platform. It's still under development, and I need to talk to CTVTO if they approve all the ideas also. And we will have access for the Latin America and the Caribbean countries, okay? And there we can share all the development we have done through the years. And also, there is in my poster later a QR code where you can register. And we will have all the information. And there are many things that can be helpful for you to learn related to CTVT. Okay, that is my presentation. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adaman Koulibaly from National Radiation Protection Authority in Mali. I'm also a member of our National Data Center. Our work is about the difficulty we have to implement air monitoring in my country. Mali is a Sahelian country, and we have also several gold and uranium open pit mine in exploitation and exploration. Those activities are generating a lot of contaminant in terms of norm. That's why my organization is implementing a national radiological monitoring program in terms of environment. Some activity has been done for soil, foodstuff, and water analysis. And those analyses also is in process, but we wanted to put air monitoring through directly air sampling, but we are facing with some challenges. If you want to learn more about this topic, come close to my booth number 5. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Andrea Chong from Lawrence Memorial National Laboratory in the US. So it looks like there's some technical difficulties with my slides. So the title of my poster is on international cooperation in seismic monitoring across the Arabian Peninsula. So in the poster today, I'm going to highlight a couple of ongoing current projects that we have with our colleagues from Iraq, from Oman, and from Saudi Arabia. Specifically, I'll go over some of the recent work that we published on in collaboration with University and AFTEC on the Coda envelope method and developing Coda envelope-based moment magnitude estimation in Iraq. And I'll also highlight the recent work that we are doing with our colleagues from the Saudi Geological Survey on adjoint waveform tomography in the Middle East. And that is efforts led by our collaborators from Colorado School of Mines. So if you're interested, and I'm in booth number 10, and to come talk to me at 11. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. In my poster, I want to show you so many years ago, we started with our auxiliary seismic extension in Costa Rica, maybe in 1996. But our other co-worker are retired right now, but we're working about 15 years ago or more in our auxiliary seismic station, and maybe in 2010, our co-worker, some IT person from my institution, we received the NDC in Costa Rica, and so many improvements we do in so many years. Other important thing is in 2018 we installed an infrasound array in Costa Rica. It's a very good solution in our Central American countries, because we have at one point to fix a solution with other stations like Ecuador, Barbados, and other stations. This can be a good solution, like a Chilean person exposed. We need to fill the gaps for the infrasound networks. And I want to show you other proposal. In our institution, in national countries, we can include more institutions, like a laboratory of chemistry for the atmosphere, and maybe physical school for physics. And other important institution we can include in our NDC is CINAMOD. It's like a system of monitoring of tsunamis. Yes, it's a proposal to include more actors in our NDCs. Thank you.
Good morning, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aydin Mukambayev. I'm from Kazakhstan National Data Center, and my poster for today is task is contribution of Kazakhstan Station of National Nuclear Center for global and regional monitoring. And I try to say about how we monitoring our region, including earthquakes, mining activity. Also, I try to explain about how our station participate for global monitoring and how many associated phases participate from our station for review bulletin. IDC review bulletin. If you have interesting, welcome to my poster, 18. Thank you for your attention.
Good morning. My name is Yasmin Hamid Shamkhi from the Iraqi National Data Center. First, I would like to thank CTBTO for continuous support to the National Data Center through the installation of the last version of capacity building in my NDC, which assisted us to analysis and detection the seismic event in the region. We analyzed in my poster the northern Iran earthquake on 5 October 2022, which was detected in the CBS. Additional, we also analyzed the major earthquake in Vanuatu on 17 December 2024, which was detected by 3 IMS technologies. Thank you very much. If you please visit my poster to more details. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ulrike Mitterbauer. I'm the NDC manager of the Austrian NDC. So welcome to Vienna and to Austria. I want to present a poster together with another lady. It's about the NDC preparedness exercise and about the mentoring program for women in STEM, which was offered by the PTS. So if you're either interested in the preparedness exercise, or if you're interested how we managed the mentoring program, please pass by my poster. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bambadat from Senegal. My poster gives provisions for including National Data Center, IMS, local facility as sensitive digital assets in the framework of a national computer security program. The aim of these provisions is to increase the safety and the availability of the CTBTO local facility held by the country. They cover basically 4 fundamental aspects. The first aspect is risk management, and secondly, the supply chain, the supplier, and configuration change management. And we have also the aspect covering the physical protection and information management. And the fourth part is emergency response during a security event, particularly a computer security event for the computer emergency response team and computer security response team. That's all, and you can see the poster at the tribune. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tazan Kwadiba from Botswana. In this contribution, we explore the implementation of a proposal to operate a national data center in a university environment. We are also looking at the advantages that are derivable from that approach, including capacity building, to have future scientists, leaders and researchers who can specialize in the various technologies of the CTBT verification regime. So for further discussion and exchange of ideas, please visit our poster. I think it's number 25. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adriana Gonzalez, and today I will talk about the benefits of installation of the capacity builder system at the NDC of Mexico. The installation represents a great opportunity for us because we have access to the 16 stations of the IMS network and regional networks too. We will be an operational transition in different aspects, and we try to take advantage of the most recent version of the SysComP for automatic locations. And thank you very much, and you are welcome.
Good morning. I'm Edmond Uko Amati of Ghana, and then with the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission and with the National Data Center, Ghana. Okay. My poster is on infrasound signal detection of Aurora electrojet arcs in 2020 by infrasound stations along the Arctic Circle region. Aurora display overhead in the sky is a natural phenomenon in the Arctic Circle region, and is periodically observed and then detected by the IMS stations in Denmark, Greenland, Norway, then Fairbank, USA. That's I-18, I-37, and then P5.3. These infrasound signals associated with the aurora displays are detected by this station, were detected by this station in 2020. And based on the analysis, the azimuth variations were wide. And so from preliminary study, I made the conclusion that it is coming from a wide range of sources. That is indicative of a randomly moving source in the atmosphere. That's for the preliminary results that I have. So you are welcome to my poster. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Madu Uche Onwuhaka. I work with the Nigerian Atomic Energy Commission, and we are served as the NDC manager. Well, on this 13th of January this year, a 6.6 earthquake occurred in Japan. Far from my country, far from where I am, but covered by the CTBT-IMEX networks system. What did we do? We examined the readiness of the CTBT to contribute, CTBT verification system to contribute towards civil and scientific application of the data, and whether they are ready to cover the earth. And the answer is yes. We examined, because the event covered the three, that's the seismic, the hydroacoustic, and infrasound. And we looked at it. We do not have a station, but we have the tools provided to us by the CTBT, and that is the IDC products. We used it to examine the events, and we came to the conclusion that it is a tectonic event, and with the present tectonic actions that are happening, government needs to be informed. As an NDC, we informed our government of what is happening and using what we got from the CTBT. So you can visit our poster in 5.2823. Let's discuss. In case if you don't know how to do a little bit of the analysis as it concerns the infrasound and the hydroacoustic, you can do it. There are other tools that within the CTBT IDC product that we can use. Thank you very much. I have another poster. I have two posters. Yes. And the second one has to deal with how cooperation between NDCs. You know, capacity and capability varies. You have some NDCs who do not have enough staff or who do not have quite trained staff. So we also looked at another tectonic event that happened in the course of the year. That's still in January. And the event happened in Japan. And we looked, the NDC of Nigeria, Kenya, and Tanzania, we looked at the event to know what's going to happen. You can cooperate. You can as well adopt people. NDC Portugal, I want to use this opportunity to ask you to adopt us for your infrasound. I hope NDC Portugal is here. And Costa Rica, I saw you worked on something. Please, I want you to also adopt us so that we can collaborate on events that we do not have the stations to work on. Thank you very much. You can visit my poster at P5.2, and we talk about cooperations between NDCs. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Mayra Nieto. The national data center in my country, in Bolivia, is Observatorio San Calixto, and we operate 3 stations to the International Monitoring System, and we use the IMS data for develop seismic hazard maps, and it was used for design the first earthquake resistant standard in my country. the bridge, this data, it's difficult to share the young people, because the scientific data is difficult. And for to bring this, the OSC, Observatorio San Calixto, developed a mobile scientist, educientistas. And educientistas, it's ideal for promoting the resilient seismic and engage and empowering young people. And this application, it's help to understand the students that a monitoring system is a pillar to the CTBTO verification regime. Thank you, and hope for you in my poster.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gunnar Rang. I am the chief of the public information section with the CTBTO. We're going to shift focus a bit and go into outreach. And I think we have 5 presenters lined up, or 4. So without further ado, sir, take the floor.
So, good morning, everyone. I'm Siva Suvidi from Nepal Academy of Science and Technology, and I'm going to tell you about my poster, and it is about the first educational seismology project in Nepal for reducing earthquake risks. I'm going to, since earthquake education is a question of life or death in Nepal, I'm going to tell you why teaching earthquake for the public is important to reduce the consequence of the earthquake, and what kind of activities we are doing to bring the earthquake science into the community. The most important result of our work is observed significant change in earthquake knowledge, awareness, and the risk perception of the public. The information is being transferred into the community through school and students. In parallel, our educational seismology network is able to record the micro-earthquake in the region. These results are motivating us to continue the project. If you want to find out more, please visit the poster and board 32. Maybe first time you can see the earthquake awareness song on this poster. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm Paulina Mponsa from Ghana. I work with the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission. I'm actually with the School of Nuclear and Allied Sciences. Yes, Ghana, the title of my poster is Earthquake Hazard Studies in Ghana and Our Success Story. Yes, Ghana is very far from the major earthquake zone of the world. However, we've had destructive earthquakes dating as far back as 1615, and then in recent times too, we've been experiencing earthquakes. So what we're actually doing is to collect data. So we are using IDC seismic data and then data from our own local network to come up with a catalog, and that's what we are doing. And so we are using this to study the earthquake hazard in Ghana. And actually what we do is we come together as stakeholders and then educate the populace on earthquake safety measures. So please, if you are interested in how to salvage a situation when there's a big earthquake, please come to my poster to learn about the strategies. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And before I start, could the ladies please raise their hands who are in the room? Yeah, don't worry. Okay, somebody didn't. But still, I think that with the years to come for the S&T conferences, we have more and more ladies. And this is also thanks to the effort of our champion leader, Dr. Floyd, Executive Secretary of the CTBTO. And he launched the brilliant opportunity for women, young professionals in STEM, to develop their career, networks, and opportunities. So from this lightning talk slide, you can see how much opportunities did the mentees gain. And to find out more, please come to my poster on the board 35, because I surveyed the 21 mentees from the program, and they shared invaluable information for developing your own networks, your own organizations, maybe to empower women on the regional and local level. So let's learn from each other. You're more than welcome. Bye.
Hello, good morning. I'm Chita Feliciano from the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute. So our poster is entitled Enhancing Public Awareness on the Role and Importance of the CTBTO and the RN52 Region Nuclear Monitoring Station in the Philippines. So our poster discusses our integrated strategies on capacity building, our local expert and researchers, national exhibition outreach program, high-level diplomatic engagement in media and public communication campaigns that we do in the past years. So if you want to know more about how we do reach the greater public in ensuring public safety on nuclear and radiological safety in the Philippines, please come visit our poster number P5.3 Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sania Malik, and this is my colleague Anna Manuel, and we are together representing the University of British Columbia and the CTBTO Youth Group. Imagine a mushroom cloud, a peace sign, or even a paper crane. Instantly recognizable symbols that often convey more to the general public about nuclear disarmament than an executive summary ever could. These symbols and the stories that accompany them bridge science and society, translating complexity into a humanized narrative. The use of art in anti-nuclear advocacy has its historical roots in the art-based activism of groups like Hibakusha and Downwinders, who shared their lived experiences and influenced policy through art.
Given rising nuclear tensions and public desensitization to violence, art can preserve and contest collective memory, amplify marginalized voices, and create inclusive and democratic spaces for youth and intergenerational dialogue. Our contributions to the CTBTO Youth Group Global Art Competition in 2024 prompted our research into the impact of arts-based advocacy in nuclear disarmament. We examined how amplifying youth voices through art can democratize information and bring human storytelling into technically complex policy issues. Pulling examples from history and the present, we urge the CTBTO to embrace art-based advocacy and outreach, to support both treaty ratification and spark public interest in nuclear disarmament. Thank you very much.
Hi, good morning. My name is Claudia Rivera. I work at the National Autonomous University in Mexico. And Aline and my poster is really like to express, to share what it has been to actually teach about the CTBTO in Mexico. So we both come from earth sciences. Aline is a seismologist and I work on atmospheric chemistry. And after we attended the academic forum, we decided that we wanted to communicate what the CTBTO for our Mexican students. So that's what the poster is about. And you are welcome to come if you want to. So yeah, this picture is many, many years ago. Of course, no, I can see people like pointing. But yeah, that's how it has been for many years for us. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. So I'm Molly Doyle. I'm a recent graduate of George Washington University, and I looked at two converging trends: the resurgence of nuclear weapons in global politics, and also this trend of truth decay, or the declining role of facts and analysis in public life, and an accompanying distrust in traditional arbiters of information. And for the CTBTO, these trends create a significant challenge for outreach and maintaining legitimacy. So I look at science diplomacy as a potential way to mitigate this. And if you'd like to talk more about potential solutions or this challenge, please let me know and follow me at my poster.
Then I guess I'm the last speaker. And if I get my slide, that will help. No slide, okay. I want to talk to you about the challenges of promoting CTBTO in times where we are facing this and misinformation. And I want to use one example, one concrete example, and that are the earthquakes that took place in Iran, northern Iran, at the beginning of October last year. Those earthquakes were of natural origin, seismic events. But 27 minutes after the first quake happened, there was a first post on Twitter suggesting that this was a nuclear test. That then transformed into social media, transformed into most social media posts, evolved into a situation where we had a lot of disinformation suggesting that these were nuclear tests. Only within hours, this transformed and turned also into mainstream media. So there were media outlets in the US, in France, in Pakistan, Israel, and UK suggesting that this were actually a nuclear test. At that point, a few hours later, CTBTO then put out a statement on the website and also in social media saying that the events on the 5th of October that year were consistent with other earthquakes in the same region. And anyone who's dealt with misinformation and disinformation knows that it's extremely hard to change the narrative once it gets going. But this actually, the statement that CTBTO put out, I think in the morning of the 7th of October, actually changed. So we managed to change the narrative because of two things: fact-based evidence, and that other scientists and agencies and seismological organizations also amplified our message. So there are scientists working together throughout the world, globally, to change the trend. And we managed to do that. So my hypothesis is that we probably need to find more structures and collaborations to counter misinformation. And that could include other international organizations. It could include social media platforms. But this is something that we should actually look into more. More about this at the poster next door room, where you also see all the other posters from this outreach session. And with that, I think we are done. Thank you all for joining.
Hi, sorry, I think I maybe am actually the last one, but I think this is yesterday's slide, so if anyone can... Okay, anyway, I guess something's gone a little bit wrong. But yeah, so I have a poster next door. My name's Ben Fernando. I'm a postdoc at Johns Hopkins University in the US. What I'll be talking about is the same earthquakes that were just mentioned in Iran. So what we did on this poster is we basically traced how the initial speculation on social media became misinformation and then later disinformation. And the very interesting thing that we see is it took only a matter of minutes for legitimate questions about the earthquake to become active disinformation campaigns, some of which looked like they were, potentially sponsored or state-linked, that were getting enormous amounts of traction. We also saw for the first time a deliberate attempt following that Iran earthquake to target a particular group of people with misinformation. So many people in Israel looked up what had happened in Iran. It actually triggered an alert for an earthquake in Israel that never actually happened. And that's the first time we think we've ever seen anything like that. So if you'd like to come look at my poster, we'll talk you through how what was a very ordinary event, we've done the moment tensor inversion, it really was just an earthquake, became something much more untoward on social media, eventually getting picked up in mainstream media in many countries, including the United States, as evidence of an Iranian nuclear test, when actually it was just an earthquake. Thank you.
Good day. Hey everyone, welcome to the lightning session. My name is Andrea Marantro-Veloson from the NDC Madagascar. I'm presenting a new poster at the session Regional Empowerment P5.2. The lockdown measures taken during the COVID-19 pandemic provided us a unique opportunity to focus on the natural sources of ocean sound because the human activity were reduced, including maritime activities. That's the reason why we decided to study the hydroacoustic signal detected in the Indian Ocean during the global outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Data between 2018 and 2022 from hydroacoustic station in the Indian Ocean were analyzed using PMCC method. Numbers of signals detected were increased, so if you are interested, please come see our poster. Thank you.
Hello everyone, Namaste. I am Sibaswati in presenting locust seismometer for earthquake risk reduction in Nepal. Our poster is about the first educational seismology program in Nepal for reducing earthquake risks. I am going to tell you why teaching earthquakes to the public in Nepal is important for saving people from the consequence of earthquakes, and what kind of activities we did for bringing the earthquake science into the community. The most important result of our work is observed significant improvements in earthquake knowledge, awareness, and risk perception of the public. The information is being transferred into the community through students. In parallel, our educational seismology network is also able to record micro-earthquakes. These results motivate us to continue the project in the future. If you want to find out more, please visit the poster.
Now so officially we close this session. Thank you for the online contributions as well, and thank you all for joining here. And then feel free to go into the poster session at 11. Thank you.